What is the sun? Bounce, 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 bounce. Now, son. What is it? Hang on. We go for this one. What is it, son? What is it? Huh? Are you my little Don, are you, son? You know, are you my little Don, are you? You know, God sent you to me. Next week, me and your big brother's going for a game of golf, so, oh yeah. I'm babysitting. How's it going? Now, like I said, I've lit a foot and I can't put it out now. What is this, son? Teletubbies? You're looking like a little Teletubby there. Sat there, look. Got 1 hour of that. You know, your daddy's trying to put something together. Because there's loads of lads in Dublin, right? That have similar things to me that I went through in my life, right? And when you get older, a little bit older, I'll tell you about it if I'm still here. But just in case I'm not, I've made you over 20,000 videos, son. That's my commitment to you. Hello, how's it going? Good afternoon. We're not here for long. I'm babysitting. But go look at the link in my description and can you go and sub to all them people? I'm starting a fire. Yeah, that's what it is. And it's taking light. Can you smell the smoke? My way is working. Jay is on 37 subs. Oh, sorry, Jono is on 37 subs. Jordan, I think, is on 28. And Jay is on 35 subs. 15 away. And he can do his own YouTube. You know, and you know what I mean? I'm glad I had a little part to play in this because it's like putting a unit together from Ireland. You know, a unit of good lads that have had life experiences, good and bad, that aren't afraid to come over here and, if need be, get upset. You know, get rid of that anxiety. Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to cry. What is it? What is your problem here, Johnny? Here, look here. There's your dummy. Look here. Is it here? Here's your dummy. Uh, but I have this belief, you know what I mean? And all it takes is for somebody to take an L or a hit for the team. And this is my team, and I've taken many hits while I've been on YouTube. It's cost me thousands of pounds over the years. Uh, so one day I could build an army of Dublin men to represent Dublin, to come on, to represent the mental health community, to represent the drug and alcohol community. You know, all my mods that I'm going to back has a story to tell. And once you get onto 50 subs, they'll be like, you know what, you, thank you. And I'll be like, you know what, you're fucking welcome. It's been a pleasure working with you. If you listen to me, I can help you. Not just with your channel, I can help you with your mental health. But You have to, yeah, sometimes you have to let go and take a chance. What have you got to lose? Like, I'm talking, like, I've had a lot of fucking psychiatric evaluations and I've learned a lot from them. You know, my own psychiatrist, he gave me the ultimate compliment. He said, you know what, you'd be a great therapist, a great counselor. You'd be a great youth worker. And I've did it all, and I've rolled it all into one, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm a grandfather, I'm a dad, I'm an uncle, I'm a brother, I'm a son, I'm a friend, I'm a partner, and a lot of people rely on me, you know, and I set standards for me kids because I was a little prick when I was younger. And whether you hate Andrew, whether you like me or not, all we want is what's best for our children. Even if you don't like me, we've got something in common, our children. And we make a lot of mistakes when we're younger, and we always say we're going to try help our kids get out of the life, get off the street corner, and that's what I did. I had to make a calculated decision at 21. Is this for me? No. Do you like prison? No. Are you a tough guy? Definitely no. You run away to fight another day. You pick your battles in life, and sometimes there's consequences, repercussions for your actions. For every consequence, there's repercussions, and for every repercussions, you know what they say. Well, Andrew, I listen to a lot of motivational stuff that helps me, Like, if you look, on YouTube, everybody wants to fight each other and everybody wants to be a tough guy. And I don't want that for my channel, bro. I don't. I don't want that for my channel. You know, it's like I want to have a good channel with good lads, to have a story to tell that aren't afraid to cry. Like I said, I knew from day one, if I backed Finn, I knew that I could help him get a few subs. And 28 days later, we did this months ago. He got over 300 subs in 28 days. And all it takes is what my fellow content creators to put everybody's channel in the link in the descriptions. Every video. I'd like to say this, and I don't care who falls out with me. To all the YouTube community who are charging people memberships, forfeit your membership for 1 month to prove to your mods that you care about them. They don't care about you. Do you understand? It's like when I come on YouTube, I was way out of my league, out of my depth, and I got fucking demolished. All cause it's Irish. And you know the way the Irish are, listen to me, you're not gonna insult me, especially if you're in front of me, because either you're going out on your back or I am. Everything is about discipline, and I have a duty of care to my mods, to the fact where I don't charge them, because their friendship and their interaction is much more important than £2 or £3 a month to me. Very, very soon, you're going to see a couple of stream yards. Next week, I'm bringing on a guest who done 3 podcasts with me, who YouTube have banned. Ronan, aka Holden Official. Uh, it's like, and I'm bringing him on my channel to do a podcast with him because when I first come on YouTube, he did it for me. He helped me, and he didn't have to. Here, son, and he didn't have to help me, but he helped me, Andrew. You know what I mean? And I said to myself, I'm gonna help an Irishman, and I chose Finn because he reminds me a little bit of myself and I see a lot of goodness in him. So I backed Finn. Every video I've made in the last 6 months, I put his name and his channel in the description. Fast forward 6 months, he's on over 500 subs. My way works, and I'm putting an army of Dublin men together. I am going to unite the clans. I'm going to light the beacons. Do you understand? And I know I can do it. I've been around YouTube long enough, and anybody can put a panel together, but you won't put the panel of people together that I'm gonna do it. And like I said, I'd fuck up a picnic, but I'm not afraid to drop a sandwich. You know this. It's like my channel will grow, and every other channel that backs me, and that's by my side, I'll make sure they grow. Anybody that comes into my life and tells me, Jude, I've gone and sub to Jay, John O'Jordan, I'll tell my audience, can they go over and sub to this individual? That's how it works. On YouTube, everybody who charges memberships will not do three things. Number one, they will not make a short for your channel. Number two, you get a fucking loyalty badge. And number three, you don't always get a shout out. Now, every content creator on YouTube, I'd like to ask you this. Forfeit your membership for 1 month to prove to your mods that you care about them. If you care about your mods who come in every fucking day, you don't charge them for a couple of months. Forfeit your membership fee and donate it to the WWF. Do you understand? It's like I'm on here to grow an army of Irishmen who I believe in, who have mental health issues, who struggle with drug addiction, you know, who go through real life shit. And I always knew that I could help. And that's what I'm here for, to do a community service for the Irish community. Nobody helped me grow my channel but me. And now I've got the opportunity to help a few Dublin lads get to 50 subs, open up their own YouTube channel, and help a few other people. So I've just lit a fire, and the fire started with Finn. And look many subs he's on, because he's balls deep in, you know, how are you, Mandy? The sun is setting in the sky. Stay bye bye. The way I see it is, I know how to light a fire. You could call me a fire starter. Twisted fire starter, indeed. uh, but I do have a belief, and some of the Irish lads are starting to believe in me, and they know that I have the capabilities to put a few people together. You know, and that's all I've ever wanted to do. You know, I don't think I'll ever get to play Don before I die. You know, I've wanted to play Dom for 25 years. I miss playing cards with me mates. Sometimes I fantasize about meeting them all and having a game of Don. You know, just four of us sitting there, no billion, no cheating, and no reneging. You know, I miss that. You know, but I'm 50 now and I've managed to survive a life where I could have been snuffed out, you know. But I chose family over the life. And I've got a big family. I understand, son. High five for daddy. Oi, high five. Yes, high five. Yeah, watch this. You think my son looks like me? Now, think my son looks. Let go, will you? Look at him. Let go. Come on, I don't want to get your sister on camera. Come on. Say hello. Say hello to your Uncle Andrew. Say hello to Uncle Finn and Uncle Jono and Uncle Jay and Uncle Jordan. You know, I truly believe that this will work. A lot of the Dublin lads are starting to listen to me because they know my way works. Jordan, Jay, and Jono. I see them making videos. You're doing what Finn did. Copy what Finn did. Copy what Finn did. 8 weeks ago, I said to Finn, give me 28 days. Let me share your channel. 28 days later, he was on 300 subs. Somebody underestimated the dubs. I want to shout out to all the English channels who said I had a shit channel. You are right. I had got a shit channel. Except for this time. I'm bringing a few of my countrymen with me. And I'm going to put them on my team. on Finn's team, on Jono's team, on Jay's team, on Jordan's team. You watch. That's a hat trick of Jay's. So, as the captain of this ship, I would like to say I have a duty of care to all my mods. You know, I'll say this till all the cows come home. I'd sooner I'd sooner quality over quantity. I've got about 20 Irishmen from Dublin that I can put on my team, but I've had to narrow it down because I have to be fair. I cannot be biased. I mean it. I swear. Knock at my fucking door. I double dare. And listen, you did this. Why should I care? But shout out to all the English channels. The Irish are coming beware. You see, I'm gonna help as many Irishmen as I can get to 50 subs so they can open their own YouTube and then light their own fire. And we are gonna burn this fucker up. Do you understand, son? You'll understand one day. Your big brother will tell you about your dad, you know, and all your uncles at home, you know. Like, I look at Finn, Jordan, Jono, and Jay like little brothers. Will you hey, put a fucking sock in it? You motherfucker, you. Uh, the way I see it is, there's a lot of good people on YouTube, and there's a lot of people get involved in things that they shouldn't have, and they end up falling out with people, Andrew. And like I said, all I want to do before I die is to grow a panel of people, a panel of Irishmen, to come on a panel from Ballyer, Clondalk and Tala, Coolock, Finglas, Cabra, Ballymun. It doesn't matter what part of Dublin you're from, you come into my live, send me a pound postcard from Ireland. That's all it'll cost you is €1. I'll even pay for the postage. Send me a postcard from my studio to say you care. You understand? On a daily basis, I prove to you I care by not charging you money like every other channel does. They don't really care about you because if they did, I'd be honest with you. If I had membership people, if I had people paying membership to me, and I did, and I put an end to it, I've not claimed one penny of it, I can screenshot how much money I've made on YouTube in 2 years on this channel, zero. And I said to myself, I want people on, people like Finn, people that aren't afraid to get upset. I want people like Jordan on my channel talking about Dragon Glass. Do you understand? It's like fucking and other things we have nicknames for. You know, same with Jay. Like I said, slowly I'm putting in place loads of Dublin men, and it's fucking brilliant. You know, it's like because they all have a story to tell, and it's going to be very interesting. You know, like I look at a panel of men that between us all, we've thousands of subs. You know, like if you look at Mousy, and he's traveling today to a protest, you know what I mean? He's dedicated. If you're not sub to Mousy's channel, can you go do it? Derek Mousy, right. Guys, give me a second, hang on. Someone's phone. Like I, like I said, I'm all about team. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm good at building shit like that. You know, I never thought though that I'd be in this position where I could bring a few people on, and all it takes is 50 subs, you know, to start your channel. And then what you need to do is you make a lot of fucking videos on your bio on your channel. Write down a bit about yourself, about your struggle, about your labels, whether you have bipolar, schizophrenia, you know, whether you're certified, how are you, Jimmy? We're all people at the end of the day. You know, we're all people. We're all somebody's son or someone's brother or someone's dad. And we only want what's best for our kids, right? Let that go. It's there it is, there it is. Well, Mousy does this every day, Jono. You have to understand something, right? You, Jordan, and Jay come at the same time, and the three is are from Dublin, and the three is I've seen you making videos and shit like that, and that's you fall into a certain category with me. You fit the certain criteria. You know, I see a bit of myself in you, Finn, Jordan, and Jay, and you're from Dublin, and I'm gonna help use our channel grow. You know why? All the English channels charge people £2, £3, £4 a month. And you know what, Jono? You go and check this, right? Not one channel on Air Circle in YouTube makes videos for their mods. You know, like you know most of my family, Jono. You know, I'm sure you know all the Stevenses off Landon Road. Glenn, Paul, Michael, James, Lola, Tracy, Rachel, say no more. Uh, but my whole motive and my whole agenda for growing this channel, Jono, because someone stole it off me. I come on here 6 years ago and I didn't know anything about YouTube. I didn't know anything about YouTube analytics or algorithms. So I had to go away for 6 months and learn it, you know, and now look at my channel. Like me first attempt fighting back United, 4 years, 600 subs, right? On this channel 2 years, 3,789 subs. John, well, I went, like I said, I went to school with all them, so I grew up with all them, bro. Will you put a lid in it? I grew up with them all, as you know, and I walked away, you know, a lot of my mates, bro, are doing life sentences, you know, they're doing life sentences, bro. Hang on a minute, I'm just putting Teletubbies on for my son because he's not happy here. Do you think he looks like me, Jono? Hey, think he looks like me? Tom, let go. He's a little shit, he is. Shut your mouth, you fool it. What do you know? I've worked in this city for 21 years, you dick. Shut your mouth. Down your veil. Tunis, got a meal of my good. Bugle, see the fuck she is. Well, like I said, yeah, you learn from them. I was terrified, you know. Someone mentions to you, lifer, you know, they've nothing to lose, you know, but I never had any problems in jail with people like that. It was just connected people that didn't like me, you know. Uh, and I prayed to God to get me out of there, and He did, you know. Like, you have to understand something, John, all right? I grew up on Cherry Orchard Avenue, right? You probably know who lives in me, gap. Someone that has horses is all I'm going to say, right? I lived around the corner from the community centre, right? Now, you know where Martha Douglas lives and Matthew Cullen and the Halls. You know the corner just there? And then around the corner, Whitey lives there. Caroline Hans fella. All the Whites live in that cul-de-sac. My house was there. The corner was there. So we all hung around the corner. You know, my ma used to come out with a tray with about 20 cups on it. Thanks, Jane. All my mates loved me ma, and we loved all our mates' ma's, you know. And it just so happened to be around where I lived, you know. You can't help that. You know, like on an average week, there was at least two stolen cars up and down the road. doing handbrakers, waiting for the police to come up, and then blocked them in. And you know the rest, because the paper wrote about it, right, at the time, you know. Well, Jono, I'll be honest with you. A lot of Irishmen, what I've noticed, right? If you ask them when they went to jail, were they scared? 50% are going to say no, I wasn't. But I was. You know, do you know what, Jono, right? I don't know whether you've ever been a Mount Joy, right? But the three things that hit me as soon as I went onto that wing, all I could smell was piss. The noise. Jono, you want to hear the noise of this landing and the atmosphere? You can fucking taste it, bro, right? I had people shouting down, telling me what they were going to do to me at breakfast and all. And you have to understand something, bro. I only knew two people in the jail at the time, out of over 600. You know, and because I was affiliated with Ballyferma and the asylum, they put a green light on me, and I didn't even know what it meant. And you know, on my baby's life, see on him, I swear on his life, Jono, I've never been that afraid because I was thinking, I was getting paranoid, thinking, like, what are they going to do to me? You know, I'm not a fucking tough guy, Jono. As soon as I got in my cell, bro, I got sick. Do you understand? Because people were screaming at me saying, when I get out in the morning, you're fucking dead. You know, you your scumbag. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. I'm not even on the land in 3 days. I don't know any of these guys. And it could be any one of them. And an old friend, big brother, said to me, Jude, do not walk into that cell with your back to the door. And I didn't understand what he meant. And then a few days later, I was walking in my cell to put my tray down, and my two hands were compromised. Look, imagine that's me tray, right? Imagine that's me tray, and I'm walking in. Both of my hands are compromised, so if one of them throw water at me, it's gonna hit me in the face. So I went to put my tray down, and they come behind me. You know what I mean? And they scared me. You know, and only for that radio. You know, like I said, I'll be honest with you. They sent the three studios to me cell, and if they had a sending someone like Lee Marvin Hitchman, I was in serious trouble. How you, Jimmy? No, you can accept his mouth public toilet smell like that, but Bobby stands to it. Yeah, no shit, bro. Like, Timothy, I'll be honest with you, mate. When I went to prison, I don't think I've ever been that scared. And a lot of my friends that have been to prison took it like a duck, like a water off a duck. You know, uh, yeah, but I was scared, beyond scared, because I'll be honest with you, at the time, the amount of people that was in there and the whole wing was screaming down at me. They knew my name. They were telling me what they were going to do to me in the morning, and I've never been that afraid. Well, Jimmy, or Timothy, you're probably a braver man than me, but because of where I was from, I was targeted. You know, and I'm not going to lie, I was scared to the point where I got sick in the toilet, you know, because I was anticipating what they were going to do to me. You know, like if you're in jail and someone says to you, here, these two are going to come for you later on, be ready. You know, I was afraid. I wanted me ma, in all fairness. You know what I mean? That's how I knew I wasn't a tough guy, and all I wanted to do was to get out of there. You know, I'll be honest with you, I was so scared, you know, because these people have connections, you know, just like that. You know, here, you have to get permission to touch me and everybody else. You can't just go and say, here, you know, you have to do something that's going to get you in trouble, you know, and I was in a very compromising situation. You know, these guys, they wanted me dead or they wanted to hurt me, and I was terrified, you know, because I was in there on my own, and if I had been in Wheatfield, I would have been okay, But Mountjoy Prison, if you're from Ballyfermot, back then, it's not a good place to be. It's not a good place to be, you know. And I'm not going to lie. I don't think I've ever been that scared in my entire life, man. You know, it's like people say, ah, yeah, prisoners this, prisoners that. Here, Timothy, prisoners okay when you don't have a fucking green light on, bro. You know, have you been to Irish prison, bro? You know, Timothy, you can say I'm not scared, and I respect that. But, bro, don't lie to me and say you weren't intimidated. You know what I mean? Or maybe you're just a real tough guy, I bet. John, I'll be honest with you, my arse went. You know, I knew I wasn't a tough guy. I wanted me mother, bro. You know, I'm in prison. You wanted to be one of the lads. You want to be a tough guy, dear. Deal with the consequences now. Here's son. You know, and it's like I fucked everything up. Jono, I ended up like that, look. In me hall like that, look, me hands on me head like that. No. I was out on bail for heroin and a gun, allegedly a Luger, right? So the first time me gaff got raided, yeah, they found a Luger in the loft. I didn't own it, but Jono, as you know, I can't tell them who owns it. You know, it's mine. You know, I was stupid enough to be caught with it. So therefore, I have to take the rap. Or I can be a rap bastard and tell the police who owns it. But it's not in me, Jono. And back then, that's the code. You get caught with shit, it's on you. You understand? You don't drag anyone else into it. It's mine. So they let me out on bail, Jono. I got out on bail. I had a phone. I turned my phone back on and I started doing it again. I made about 12 grand in 6 weeks. Uh, and when they raided me gaff, they got everything. They got money, they got gold, they got another weapon, you know, allegedly. Uh, but like I said, I tried to turn my life around for me kids, bro. Because at the end of the day, a lot of my pals back home, Jono, their kids want to be like them. Their kids want to be like their daddy. Their kids want to be from Cherry Orchard, where I got tortured. And I never opened my mouth, and that's why the boys still respect me. Jono, if I told you 1,500 Irishmen are subbed to this channel, would you believe me? Hey, and by the time I'm done, it's like Jude McDonald's and I'm done. Got a meal of Mahagut in you come. Chucky La, Erin Gobra, Oglen Erin, shout out to my dad. I ain't here to play. This ain't no joke thing. So therefore, I am the riddler, not the fiddler. School's always been in session. It's not my fault if you skipped the lesson. How can I help you with your aggression? I'm a certified psychopath, and I ain't messing. But I do know one thing, I can help you call it a blessing. And every week you keep watching for 28 days, John O'Jordan and Jay, call it a blessing. I'm here to represent the Irish mental health community. Therefore, I've a duty of care to every one of my mods. And every one of my mods is going to be able to do their own YouTube because that's what I do for my mods. Do you understand? And I'm the only one in our circle. Not everyone else charges, so I don't care what people say about me. You know, they can say all they fucking want about me. You know what I mean? But you don't put the work in that I do. You know, you wouldn't do this for free. Imagine if you went to Africa for 6 years and come back and told your wife that you didn't get paid. What's she gonna do? Diverse. Diverse. Hey son, eh, message me on WhatsApp for fuck's sake. I don't do the whole email thing. I have YouTube, I have Facebook, I've got Instagram, I've got Messenger. Uh, Nice one, Jerry. I'm going fishing later on. I'm going down to Beswick in a bit because some of my family are over from Dublin. So I'm going over to see my auntie in a few minutes. Well, when the chick gets back from shopping. Uh, Mrs. Ballyer is out shopping at the minute, you know. But I'll screenshot it. What the fuck? Guys, what's happened? There we go. Nah, like I said, Jono, right? I do this every day for free, bro, right? And I said to myself, if I don't charge people membership and I help people with their channel and their mental health, when I do StreamYard, you'll probably buy me a coffee or send me a book. That's all I ask people. Send me a postcard, just to say that you actually give a fuck. I do it on a daily basis. I come on here for free and I could charge because my channel's monetized. I've been around YouTube years, but I believe that once I put a good team of people together and they either go on Finn's StreamYard, whether it be Jono's, Jay's, or Jordan's, their channel is gonna fucking grow. And once they get past 50 subs, I'm gonna help another three people. And my way works, but I'm the only person on here that actually gives a bollocks about you. And here, I've done it the noble way, and I don't care whether you don't like me or what have you. But listen to me, yeah. This has always been about helping people from the mental health community, Irish, English, Scottish, Welsh, Muslim, Hindu, Christian. It doesn't matter to me. As long as you're respectful, that's all I ask. And send me a postcard. It's only a poxy euro for a postcard. Just to say that you actually give a bollocks, like I do on a daily basis, you know. But, like I said here, the way I see it is the more Irish channels there is, the better. And I believe in my team, you know. I believe in my team, you know. At the end of the day, it's like, you see, I come from a world of drugs and addiction and recovery and life and death. And I have a lot of friends that were killed in Dublin gangland because they wanted to be the man. They wanted to be the man, you know. And I left the street corner, yeah. And that street corner went on and turned it into a fucking cartel. Do you understand? That's the kind of caliber of people I was around. Do you understand? That kind of people. How are you, Solway? Like I said, Solway, listen, I had a chat. Ronan sent me a message on Instagram. How's it going, Jude? Uh, Fucking hell, Jude. Ronan said to me, he said, you stayed out of all the nonsense. He said, Jude, he said, out of everybody, you stayed out of the acro thing. Hang on a minute, Dave. You stayed out of the acro thing. Hang on. No. Thomas's legs. No. Like I said, it's like Ronan. Solway will tell you. Solway, I've tried to find the three podcasts and I can't find them. You know. Uh, but I found a couple of them and I put one on my community page. Yeah. But like I said, build that and they will come. Jude McDonald is on him dumb. You know. Someone put an arrow in his neck for me, will you? My hands are tired at the minute. Now, there's a few people that don't like the fact that I'm helping other people. Now, mm, Now, well, Solway, listen to this. Ronan said to me, he said, Jude, there's carnage going on up in Northern Ireland at the minute. He said, and your channel's done very well. He said, it looks very successful. And I said, well, Ronan, I don't make money off it. So, Solway, Ronan has 20,000 followers on TikTok. He's going to tell all his followers on TikTok to come over to Straight Out Ballyer because me and Ronan are doing part one next week. Hey, I'm going to premiere it, and there's no way I will fuck this up because it has to be done. Jude McDonald is on, I'm done. Do you understand? It's like this is all about growing and helping the Irish community. Do you understand? It's like helping the community. How are you? Shout out to Canada. I'm a big fan. A Canadian goose. Now, I've never had one, but I've worn them. Now, I am doing something for YouTube. There is too many channels on YouTube that always want to be a hard man or act like a tough guy or a bowsy. I was a bowsy, a proper fucking bowsy. Yeah, a drug selling, gun slinging, tablet taking motherfucker. Fact. But I walked away from it. You know, my life cracked. And, well, Solway, I'm going to write down about 20 questions to ask him because Ronan helped me from the start. And if it wasn't for Ronan, there wouldn't be any Acros. There wouldn't be any Decker Heggie. There wouldn't be any Danny Christie. There wouldn't be any Fred May. There wouldn't be any fucking Chim Venus. There wouldn't be any of that. Only for Ronan. Ronan started the whole Acro thing. I'm going to bring him on. I'm going to say Ronan, a.k.a. Narrative Destroyer. I'm Solway. Now I understand what his name is. Narrative Destroyer. Ronan come on YouTube and lit a fucking fire. And YouTube got rid of him. But guess what? You didn't get rid of fucking me, did you? And he's coming on my channel next week. And he's bringing 20,000 followers off TikTok. So they're going to be on my TikTok. And I'm starting my own team on TikTok. And it's TFI, Team Free Ireland. And I'm going to charge people £1. And that'll be our membership forever. How about that? I'm going to help you with your mental health if need be. And I will help you grow your YouTube channel. But there's 3 things I need in return. Number 1, I need you to sub to everybody I put in the description of my videos. Yeah. Number 2, be fucking respectful in my life. And number 3, don't forget 1 and 2. Like I said, there's a lot of good people on here, you know, and I see it. I've been on YouTube long enough now, and all the panels that I look on, everybody's arguing and they all want to be a tough guy. Come here. What the flying fuck have you ever done to become a tough guy? You big bowsy sausage. What have you ever done? Does anyone know you where you're from? Everyone knew me and knows me from where I'm from. Otherwise, someone would have come on Straight Out Ballyer and telling me that I'm fucking lying. But you know what? I have people that represent me. High caliber lads, according to the media, that love me. You know why I grew up with them? They love me. Hey, me family grew up with them. They love me. Up in Cherry Orchard, they love me. You know why I'm Straight Out Ballyer. Are you an SOB? It doesn't matter where you may be. You can roam free. The countryside you can get to see. It's like, when we get hungry, we'll have a bit of tea. But the difference between him and me, in time you will see. If it's meant to be, It's meant to be. Sui generis. In Latin. One of a kind. 51 channels on YouTube. Shame on you. All I asked you to do was to forfeit your membership for 1 month to prove to your mods and members and friends and the people that come in your channel on a daily basis, you wouldn't have a channel only for them people. Make a video for them. And I guarantee you, in 28 days, go look at their subs. And my way works. And I'm going to back the dubs. Believe that. Believe that. You know, Solway, I said to Ronan, bro, you give me a shot when I was on YouTube. I want to show you something. Now, Solway, listen, I've always wanted to do this with Ronan because he did it for me. So, guys, I want to show you something, yeah? I'm going to show you something real quick, yeah? I want to show you something real quick, yeah? I'm doing a podcast with this guy here, yeah? Give me a second. Where's my post? Thomas, we're on telly. But, nah, listen to me. The way I see it is, I'm going to grow a channel of Irishmen because I believe in them. You know, I really believe in them. You know, and once I believe in something, I will not let it go. At the end of the day, I believe in Jono. I believe in Jordan. I believe in all the lads. And I'm an Irishman and I'm proud how, like I said, all I want to do is to bring this panel of people together. And I tell you one thing, once I put them together, like I said, I'm going to fade off into the distance. And I want Finn to represent Dublin. I want Finn to represent me. And then Jono's going to go on to represent Finn, Jordan, and Jay. You know, Finn's the captain of this team. Well, Pablo is. And then me missus Pablo. Uh, it's like, but like I said, I have people that want to jump on board, and it's like, you know, let's see what happens. But all I've ever wanted to do is to grow a positive channel. And I think I'm working on that. You know, I'm working on it. You know, can you hear me now? But oh, Tom, guys, you give me a minute. Guys, give me a second, man. You're a little, honestly, you're a little midget. You know, I'm gonna have to pay someone to babysit you. Right, right, guys. I think I'm gonna have to end me live. You know, but now listen to me. The English channels control the narrative, and 6 years ago I was steamrolled by a lot of English channels, and the reason why they didn't like me is because I'm fucking Irish. You know, that's all I've done. That's all I'm guilty of, is being Irish, and they didn't like it. You know, a few of the big English channels told me they felt sorry for me. I've got a shit channel, and I said to myself, we'll see about that, because one day I'm going to help a few Irishmen grow their channel and jump on board with me. And once they hit 50 subs, they can do a live on YouTube. They can do their own stream. Yeah. Do you understand? Do you see where this is going? Every one of my mods, shut up a minute. Every one of my mods who has a spanner, obviously, that's under 50 subs, I'm going to help. Do you understand? And the way I see it is, once Jono, Jordan and Jay get on 50 subs, they can do their own fucking live. No, I know, but look at, well, now it's me time to give it to Irish channels. You know, and I say to myself, when I do the stream, I don't ask you for nothing. All I say to you is, send me a postcard, buy me a coffee once in 12 months. I'm going to kill this kid in a minute, I swear to God, man. No, you're naughty, no. You've just knocked that down. You are naughty. Here, go on, hide. But, like I said, the more channels, hey, brother. Mark, look at this little fucker, look at. Hey, I'm going to have to fuck off soon because he keeps hiding. Look at him. Mark, look at the bowsy head. And where's Thomas? Look what's that in your mouth, you gobshite. What's that? Look at the head in it, bro. Look at him. Look at the head on him. Are you going to see our uncle? Are you going to see Uncle Mark? Bro, I don't know what to do, whether to come down today or tomorrow, because she's gone shopping. Chris Brown is on tomorrow. So she's coming down at 5, so I might come to me ma's tomorrow instead. Because, bro, by the time she gets back, shopping away, dinner, you know yourself, but I might leave it till tomorrow. But that's what it's all about. Listen to me, yeah? My brother will tell you, yeah? See my brother. See my little brother in there, right? Mark McDonald, right? Alex, but his name is Mark. He'll tell you, I've gone through a couple of things in my life, and I'm still fucking here, you know. And, bro, listen and I'll tell you, yeah? There's about 5 or 6 Dublin channels that are under 50 subs, right, bro? So, will you fucking shut up a minute? Hey, oh, do you know what? Me and you are going to the canal and you're fucking bait, mate. Do you want to go fishing with your daddy? Are you going to scare all the ducks away? Will we go and feed the ducks, son? He's like an alarm. But I'm going to bring him down probably today or tomorrow, bro. But there's a few lads on here, Mark, that have YouTube channels, right? Now, until you have 50 subs, you can't go live, right? So if I put all these lads' channels in the description, it'll help them get more subs. Like Jono is on 37, I think, or Jay, 13 away from 50. And then he can do his own he can do his own channel and open his own StreamYard, bro. So if we help loads of Irish channels who are under 50 subs, bro, when they have their own channel, they'll appreciate it and they're like, you know what? I'm going to send you the prop or the book, or I'm going to buy him a coffee, or I'm going to do whatever. You know, but my objective and my aim and what I want to get out of this, I've already seen Finn's on 500 subs. And Jordan, Jay and Jono, bro, the 3 of them are from Dublin. They're under 50 subs, and I'm going to help them get to their first 50, and then they can do their own live, their own StreamYard, bring on their own people, and by the time I'm done, I'll have helping about 20 channels, and they can do all their StreamYards, and I can look and go, you know, I helped grow something positive for the community, because we need it. And nobody's going to forfeit their membership except me. Okay? Now, I can help you get more subs than a paying membership you can. Trust me. Ask Finn. Finn was on 24 subs. He went to 74. And then in 28 days, he went from 74 to 301 subs. Because he listened to me. I know how to grow a channel and how to blow it. But tell me, Auntie Jared, I love her, bro. Like I said, if not today, tomorrow. Because she's going to see Chris Brown tomorrow. So she has to go down that way. So I'm going to bring Thomas and Lily down, you know what I mean? And spend a few hours with you and stuff. But my stomach's a bit off today as well, bro, without saying too much. I've had another episode, you know, and it's not pleasant. But I went fishing yesterday, bro, and I caught 3, and when I went to take them out, they got off the hook. Nah, listen to me. At the end of the day, I love my son. I have a mad relationship with him. He's always shouting at me. I'm like, fucking shut up. You know, he does laugh at me, you know what I mean? That's my pride and joy. Do you understand? See him? He saved my life. I wanted to be dead. Ended. Off this planet. And what I didn't realise in a few years, me cock-a-doodle-doo started to work again. And then Lisa impregnated herself. And me granny would have been ashamed of me. I'm sorry, granny. I've got 3 baby mammy. You know, bro, you're a bit of a gigolo as well, but you could say I used to be a ladies' man. Even though I have black teeth here, it's not the teeth that women are interested in. It's the sense of humour. It's the sense of humour. You understand? But like I said, Mark, you know why I don't charge people. I said to myself, well, if people are noble, they'll understand why I didn't charge. And then when I open StreamYard, they're welcome to buy me a coffee or send me a postcard. And if you think I'm out of order for asking you to send me 1 postcard every 12 months, much is it for a postcard? 50p? Do you understand? But anyway, I'm going to end this live and I'll talk to you all later. If you're not sub to Jordan's channel, official Jordan, can you do it? If you're not sub to Finn's channel, can you do it? If you're not sub to John O'Crypto's channel, can you do it? And if you're not sub to J Sprints, go do it. Because like I said, guys, the aim for me is these guys getting to 50 subs. Then they can open up their own StreamYard, their own YouTube, and I can help them do it in a year. Do you understand? I have a friend, Mark. Ronan is coming over onto the channel, you know. He's coming over. He said to me, Jude, I'd love to come on your channel. And I said, well, Ronan, I'm ready now. I am ready. We are ready. We've been ready for a minute. We've been ready for a minute. Fuck you. How about that? Mark, there's our father's jersey. You know, I have her up there because of me daddy. You know, I am a fan. I like hats. Somebody sent me that prop years ago, right? And I valued that and it's £1,600. Look. This is the reason, look. Australian Tour 1973. And here, I have a Guns N' Roses one right down there. But look at guys, I need a few props for my studio. I'm not asking you to break the bank. If you've got a book, a prop, a cup, a little angel, you know, a football shirt, a cap, you know, anything that you think you wouldn't use that can go up here. Because look, I have loads of space. And that's all I'm asking you is to believe in me and to send me a postcard. You know, send me a postcard to say that you care. You know, if you want to buy me coffee, fucking buy me all the coffee you want. But like I said, in time, all these channels will unite. We'll all come together one night. You know, it's like, and I can see better in the dark. I've got 20/20 sight. And I'm here to represent the Irish community and I'm here to fight. Do you know anything about explosives or dynamite? You know. But like I said, all these different channels, they're going to go to a new height. John O'Jordan, once they get to 50 subs, they'll be doing their lives every day, I bet you. You understand? And it's like, I believe in my mods and I believe in gratitude and I'm a grateful person. And I always said, the Dublin lads will believe in me. You know what I mean? They'll send me a prop, they'll send me a fucking coffee or whatever. You know, I just need to build a foundation for them to all come together to be welcome in my channel. You know, surrounded by a lot of good people, a lot of Irishmen, a lot of different people. But I would like to say this, thanks very much for coming in, and I'll see you all later on. I'm a bit busy. But if you're not sub to Solway's channel, can you do it? If you're not sub to Finn's channel, can you do it? If you're not sub to me brother there, Alexander McDonald, do it. If you're not sub to Jono's channel, can you do it? Jono Crypto, Official Jordan, and Jay Sprints. I'll talk to you later on here. Biggest phony ever, Bear Grylls. Like I said, someone sent me this. It could be a book about Anton, do you understand? You know, or if you want to fucking donate a coffee or a book or a prop, send it to me. I'd like a book, in fact. I like books. Write them away. Left hooks. Get up out of that.